Hey guys, this is Combat Pegging with Wow Racing, and this is the final video of our affordable race car build. And in this video, basically I just want to go over what it cost me to be able to get this car on the track and go racing. Again, like I said, it was affordable, so I wanted to show you guys what I mean by affordable. So we're basically just going to go through the cost of building and the cost of going to the race, and just kind of break those down. Now, I didn't get super detailed. I didn't include energy costs, electricity or what it costs to heat the building. I didn't get in any of that. I didn't get into the pizzas we bought while we were, in the garage or anything like that. So, but I included the important things that needed to, that really just affected the cost of building this car. So, I just want to break that down. So the first thing, the first cost is obviously buying the car. We bought a 2007 Ford Focus, and that cost me $500 with a 6% sales tax in the state of Michigan. So $530 is what that cost me to purchase the car. From there, the cost of the roll cage material, the piping, some of the plating and everything, that all added up to be around $140. I had some steel from my dad, so some of that cost was brought down because of that. And again, it was a very simple roll cage, but that's what it cost me to put it in this particular car. Again, the race that I did, you did not need to put a roll cage in. Obviously, I felt safer putting one in, and after you guys saw some of the footage, it was, in my opinion, better to have a roll cage. But you didn't need one, but again, it cost me $140 to put one in, and luckily I was able to tack it all in and do all the fab work myself and get it welded, and that didn't cost me any extra. You might have to pay someone to do that. That might cost more for you, but that's what it cost for me. The next cost I had was hardware. I don't have a ton of hardware laying around the shop that I'm working out of, so I had to go and buy all the material that I needed. Luckily, the hardware store in my town was, you're able to go through and pick out the bolts and nuts and everything that you need. And you only need to purchase one instead of buying a whole bag or whatever, and that kept my costs down. This also included the piping that I bought for the back end of the car, the rear bumper mount, and so that cost me, roughly $57.89, and I got that from just keeping the receipts. The next expense I had was garbage, and I put that in there because all the garbage that I had from the car, all the plastics, all the material that we pulled out of the car had to go somewhere. I didn't have access to a dumpster that I could just throw stuff in for free, and so I had to load it up and take it to a dump. And unfortunately, the dump prices are really high. Last year I went and took a truckload in for like $10. For some reason, I don't know the prices all the time, but it costs a $20 minimum at the dump I went to, so that cost me $20. That was kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. And finally, to get the car, ready to go to the racetrack, we need to put front brakes on the car. Luckily, Rock Auto is an awesome place to get on. And so it only cost me $65 to get a front brake assembly set or whatever. That included the two rotors and two sets of pads. Reasonably cheap for $65. I didn't want to buy the cheapest one they had, but I wasn't going to buy the most expensive one. So $65 wasn't bad. And so that was the total $812.89 to get the car to the point where we could take it on the racetrack. Now, again, fortunately, there are things that I didn't have to buy. I didn't have to buy belts. I didn't have to buy a seat. We just kind of manufactured that. My dad works for the road commission, and he's been doing that for over 30 some years, or just nearly 30 years or whatever. And because of that, he acquired just stuff that they throw away. So that's how we acquired the road sign to make the skid plate, if anyone was wondering. I didn't steal it off the side of the street or nothing. But got the, the skid plate and all that. you know, it didn't cost me anything. Tires, I wanted to make a touch on tires. What I did for tires, I didn't have to purchase tires. I didn't have to go out and buy brand new tires. I actually just went to the local Ford dealership in my town and asked them if they had any throwaways. Sometimes people will replace all 4 tires because one tire had a nail in it or something, and they're, you know, reasonably new, and that's what happened. I found a really nice set of tires at a Ford dealership next to the dumpster for free. Luckily, I have a friend who has a tire machine, so I was able to mount and balance there for free. So that might be a different expense for you, but I didn't have any costs on tires. My sponsor, Auto Farm, which is a junkyard, gave me some tires and rims. So again, that didn't cost me anything, which was nice. So I got fortunate there on tires. So again, $812.89 to get the car able to go on the track was not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. So race day costs. Now, this is just the way the race I went to cost $50 for registration. And that was registration and my entry form. So it wasn't too bad. Got, you know, that's actually really, really nice. So $50 was able to get in and get my car on the track. I also then had to put gas in the car. The car, luckily when I bought it, had about half a tank. So I put in a couple gallons of premium, and then I put a couple gallons of premium in a, you know, just a fuel tank to have in case, who knows why. And then to put fuel in the truck, that was, you know, the most expensive of the fuel costs for me. And so my fuel cost was $63.70. Again, pretty reasonable. The track was 2 hours away, so 4 hours, you know, just about a full tank of gas in my truck to haul it there and back, and, you know, probably burned 3 gallons in the race, but whatever. Food and drink. Now, obviously got to eat, so, you know, food. I bought hot dog at the racetrack, and always support your racetrack. That's a big thing my dad's taught me, is when you go to the racetrack, you know, you can stop at McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever on the way, that's fine, but support your racetrack. They make money off of their concessions, so always support the track. You know, but I did, you know, we always bring a cooler, so through some Mountain Dews and Cokes and all that stuff. And then afterwards, you always treat your team nicely, the people who help you out. So after the race, I took the team out to dinner, Sonic, super great, because you can't go sit down for a meal right now in Michigan. But drive through, Sonic, that was the biggest bulk of this expense, but that was $56 to, you know, eat and drink throughout the day. And so, you know, the costs to go racing bumps us up to $982.59. That's kind of the grand total of the costs that you know, we had to be able to take this car from the road, break it down, make it an affordable race car, and get it on the track and go racing. Now, luckily, we did have some money made, so I did want to, you know, make sure that's included. After tearing the car out and gutting and everything and cutting a bunch of metal out, took it to the scrapyard. Don't just throw it away. Put it in a pile, take it to the scrapyard. I had a couple extra things. I had a refrigerator and some other things I threw in, but, you know, that was $16.50. But again, that goes to offset some of the cost. And then, believe it or not, we actually had some prize money at the end of the race. Finished in the last spot, 20th place, to get prize money. And so we made $80 from finishing the race, or from where we finished. So the overall total to take a car from the road, put it on the racetrack, and if you win some money, for me, in my circumstance, cost me $886.09. Extremely affordable. I actually did the math to figure out what that cost me on a lap basis. I finished 176 laps or 174 laps. I think I did 176 laps on my math. I may be off by 2. But it cost me $4.55 a lap to drive. which, you know, if I would have finished the whole race, would have been a little cheaper, but that is extremely cost effective. I thought it'd be interesting to kind of figure out how much it would cost, how much it costs us per lap for some of our other racing we do, and we do other enduro racing with V8 stock cars at Flat Rock Motor Speedway, and that's kind of our main racing. And so, you know, to kind of give it a cost estimate, you know, cost to where they kind of equal each other, I took a car that cost $5,000 to build, you know, and that's on the high end of enduro cars, and it cost about $700 to take that car and race. And if you do that math, at 250 laps, you're looking at $22.08 a lap to run, much higher. For my dad's street stock, you figure about $10,000 to build for a good A-main street stock. On the best night, when you get 100 laps, it costs about $800 to run that car on the low end. 100 lap race, that's $83 a lap. So I'll just kind of give you a little bit of an idea of how much, you know, how affordable this particular thing we did was. Now, I'm not even going to touch late models. I bet you they spend way more money. Now, obviously, the prize money goes up as the higher classes you get into. Again, I just wanted to kind of be open and honest with you and show you how much it costs me to do this affordable race car, and what I meant by affordable, because to me, under $1,000 to go out and have a blast, have some fun, is worth it. Now, I got to put a radiator in the car. Okay, that's going to cost me, I actually haven't looked them up yet, but say 40, 60 bucks or something to put a radiator in. But still, to be able to go out and have a ball for that much, and we spend a lot of time. You know, I got to hang out with my friends and my family doing this. You know, racing is a blast, and so, you know, there are ways to race cost effectively, and I just want to make sure that was known, and that you know, you guys understand that. So, all in all, it was a good time. Do plan on racing the car again. Which again, we're going to get our money out of this car. We're going to have a blast, and you know, just affordable racing, a lot of fun. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope you can follow along. We are going to be posting more videos about you know, fixing the car, and whenever we go racing with it, we're going to post that. But this will end the affordable race car build series. So I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys will follow along as we do more with this channel. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.